So you're on a really long winning streak right now with the team. Showing a lot of success. What do you credit most into the last 2 weeks and all the wins you guys have gotten recently?
I credit them being on a mission to get what they want right now. Like, when you do something good and you get excited about it, so you want to keep doing that something so you can see it show up again. I think that's what you're seeing from this group, is that we have signs of things. I look back to Palm Springs. We struggled at the beginning, and then that second day they had to make a decision of what direction they wanted to go, and they made a decision. And you could see them look different. And then from there, they took that into North Carolina. So it's like they're seeing, I guess, the way they want to live as a team, and they like it, and they want more.
And in terms of going into conference play, very soon here, like next Friday.
Yeah.
What do wins like this do for the team in terms of not just the performances, but in terms of like the mental state? Like how do these games like help the team in terms of confidence and stuff like that?
I think this group's a really confident group right now. Overall, with themselves as individuals, as a team, trusting in each other, I think they're in a good place. I think they're in a great place to go into PAC.
Can you talk a little bit about the pitching staff after just a big weekend from them?
Yeah, we've just like the hitters, and we've been asking for them, certain things from them. We've been doing the same from our pitching staff, and we've been really working hard this past weekend on working on first pitch strikes, and being able to work ahead and finish hitters out. And you could see them do that today. I really liked how they were working ahead. I thought Stevie, as a freshman, really, I think she's always composed on the mound, but that was some tough rain that she dealt with, and I thought she handled it really, really well, which is great because we're in the state of Oregon, and we're going to have more games like that, and she's got to be able to handle it. So,
Hannah Galey had a couple of big games today. Can you just talk about her growth through the last couple
Yes, I can't say enough about Hannah Galey. I mean, she has been with me since day one. And to watch her grow on and off the field and transform from a young girl into a young independent woman, I just can't say enough. She's just flourishing right now. This is her last year, and you could see she wants to leave it all out on the field, and I love that. So I love what she's doing. She's doing such a great job of turning the lineup over. Loved earlier today they had the pitching change. First pitch, she had a ball out of the park. So just love the things that she's doing in that 9 spot. Like, she is really owning that spot. And I just think I just love what she's doing.
Speaking to the pitching staff, the depth that you got, I believe it was 18 strikeouts over the 2 games today.
Mm-hmm.
You were talking about that first pitch, but are there any different pitches that, they also, as the offense has stepped up, it seems like the pitchers, a couple of mistakes here and there, but as a staff overall, they've really stepped up, especially with the strikeouts, it seems. Is that just coincidence, or is there something to that?
I think we have a group of pitchers that get their strikeouts, but I think before we were falling behind in the count and not having our pitchers, we were not putting enough pressure on the hitter from pitch to pitch. And I thought today you could see us, one, get ahead, and then from there apply pressure on the second pitch, apply pressure on the third pitch, where prior to that I don't think we were doing that enough. So I think you got to see like what they're capable of when they work ahead and do the things that they need to do with their plans. I think before, when we were falling behind or having to throw too many pitches, we just weren't being efficient on the mound.
You mentioned last night about the team putting their foot on the neck when they have an opportunity. The second game, they had the opportunity, they did that. How great is that to actually see? You just were talking about, this is something the team needs to do, and they've done it.
Good. It's just like nothing's better for a coaching staff, for us to tell them what we need from them and then them respond. And this team likes to respond. And it's been cool because you see early on in the year how they're responding with things. And they keep responding, but you could just see them like they're getting more advanced with their responses. I don't know how I want to say it. Do you know what I mean? Like they're getting more specific with how they're responding.
And then there were a couple of opportunities this weekend where runners in scoring position. I know that's kind of been the Achilles feel at times. I know that's something you guys are going to continue to work on. Is there anything specific you can do as a staff to try to help? Because a lot of those opportunities will be bigger as you go into pack play.
Yeah, I think knowing that, especially when you get into the pack, your opportunities get less, and so when it does show up, you have to capitalize on that. So I think just some of these lessons that we've learned going in through non-conference will prepare them for that, because the opportunities will get less and less in the pack for sure.
Is there anything particularly you want to see improved with the team's play going into next weekend's games?
I like the fact that every weekend we've gotten better, and if we can continue to do that and to really get to see all three cylinders going at the same time, I think we can do some good things in the pack.
I know your philosophy is being aggressive on the bases. I know that's the teams have had that instilled. But can you speak to Bunker and Humphrey specifically? They both had plays, and the game-winning one in the second game, where pushing the envelope and taking second when the indifference in the defense, taking advantage of the opportunities. I know that's not something that you're specifically, like you didn't make that happen, but they are aggressive themselves. I know you're instilling that, but can you just speak to how satisfying that is? Or?
Yeah, for them, being that trail runner and taking the extra, the plays at 3, and they're taking that extra base. Yes, we have talked about being aggressive. This fall, we realized as a team that we can run. As a team, I think we run really well, and we were a little timid in the fall. We weren't taking extra bases. What's really cool is some of the things that you're seeing right now, that wasn't the case in the fall. We had to sit and work on it for them to get aggressive with what we're doing. And so I think it's just them seeing that we do have team speed, and for them to be, by the time I look for the next base, it's too late, right, to try to send them. That's where they've got to see that opening and take it. So I like how they're not just satisfied with a single, that they're looking to see if they can stretch it out.
Galey had a double that I swear I saw her look at third, like she wanted to take that triple.
Yes. Sometimes I'm like, wait, where are you going? Where are you going? Where are you going? And we're aggressive, and good things happen with it, and then we'll gamble and we're aggressive, and sometimes we don't get exactly what we want. But I think I think it's, as a team, you got to figure out how you want to live, and you take the good and you take the bad that comes along with it. But I like what they're doing on the base path.